how I do. Oh, you are finally awake. I found you washed ashore, barely alive. You must be in the goddess's favor. For some reason, I thought it said graces. It is most unfortunate you find yourself here at this time, lad. There has been a terrible unrest on Vita lately. Well, fortunately enough, a number of your belongings washed ashore, and I was able to collect them for you. Although unsurprisingly, your raft was destroyed, not like you would want to venture back out to sea with the way they are nowadays. I must confess, I know who you are, Link. Hero of Hyrule. Some here know of your successes over in Hyrule. Which must mean your being here is an indication that you are tasked with ending the tyranny of the Necromancer. This will not be an easy task, but at the very least, I have heard rumors of the Necromancer's plans. Supposedly, he split a dark Triforce into 4 shards, and has spread them about the island under the protection of his most elite soldiers. It also appears that you have lost the power of the Triforce. The symbol on your hand has vanished. I would hope they have materialized here as well. I would hope they wouldn't have? I wonder if that's what I meant to say. I'll look back at that. I hope Zelda did not travel with you. I would imagine if she did, her Triforce may also be here. I pray that is not the case. I guess that reads alright. It would be wise for you to speak to the inhabitants of the island. They will be able to assist you in your quest. One last thing before you depart. Where my fighting days are over, I do believe there is something I can do to assist you. I can bestow upon you the ability to make the outlook on things better for you if things are not looking good. If you ever feel too overwhelmed, stand across the fire and I will help ease your mind or make things harder if you want a challenge. Before you leave, you should probably let me take a look at you to make sure you do not go out into the island in an improper state. Now, stand across the fire for us to begin. Yeah, so basically this is just difficulty changer. Of course. Oh, I see you have chosen the path of the paladin. Only those who have true perseverance can successfully follow. I say, if you have the courage and mentality to handle such an honorable way of life, I should change honorable to something more correct. There isn't much I can help you with. Good luck. So that's all he says. So if you choose paladin, you're not changing your difficulty. You're in it. I am gonna put I have a debugger console up, so if anything goes, like if the app goes berserk or something, I can see something goes horribly wrong. It'll help with debugging. So we are now on the island of Interitus, the first major overworld. Everything we were seeing before on the Isle of Heron, like I said, was like a tutorial area. And now that you have the difficulty changer, you are out of the tutorial area. Because now you cannot modify the difficulty whenever you want. You take 2 hits, apparently. I don't remember you taking 2 hits. Yeah, so now you're actually in the game. You can do what you need, whatever you want to do, difficulty-wise. So, also it's weird that I lose game control when I click on something. That was not the case last time I played 5 hours ago. Don't know why. Oh yeah, things take a lot of hits, and they don't need a lot of hits on me to kill me. So, yeah, if any of you have seen, like, what the quests look like at any point prior in development, you'll notice that this demo features a lot of changes. Namely with the overworld. The overworld has changed drastically. Like, if you have enough rupees, I can spend your bomb bag. Yeah, sure. You do say something, right? And you just repeat the same string. I like how I can trample your price. That's an easy fix. I just need to fix that. I have a blast with those bombs. Ha! Yes, oh, that's nice. So like one of those changes is like there's stuff in the upper left corner there. So even in demo 2, when I had level 1, I didn't really change the environment around it to reflect what level 1 means to that area. So just, I guess, kind of like environment building, world building, whatever you want to call it, made it make a bit more sense based on what's going on. And I had to do that with level 2 as well, where I made level 2, and it was a very, like, theme-heavy thing. Like, all my dungeons are going to have a theme. Like, level 1 is a... Well, spoiler. just making the area reflect what the dungeon means to that area. I'm gonna bomb these guys. Oh my god, what a bomb. Oh my god, what a bomb times 2. Jeez, I hit like all of them. I do not want that red one to hit me. I don't know how much it does. It might actually do 2 hearts. I'm not sure. Yeah. I didn't realize you guys were blue levers. Really? I thought only the red ones were blue levers, ironically. Yeah, there was a Garai on the screen. Yeah, and there used to be a very violent flashing with the menu. Now it's just a 1-frame small flicker. And that's not something I can do anything about as far as I know. Nothing better than just looking out at the open sea so tranquil. Oh, hello there. Sorry, I was so entranced by that gorgeous horizon. Hey, if I were you, I would search the grass for hidden goodies. Never know what you may discover underneath. Is that right? Very valuable hint. Yeah, that'll kill me, and it's also nothing you can do anything with right now. Did I remove that transition? If I did, that's fine. But coming out of here... Okay, so that's an easy fix. And, yeah, this is messed up. Okay. It did a DMAP transition when it... there was a DMAP transition there, and I removed it. So now I need to change that tile warp. In this day and age, with all that is going on, all one can do is play uppity music all day. You should join me. Unfortunately, I have no instrument to join you. So, put a pin in that. Slash the flowers. Welcome to Viriday Village. Do not be alarmed. I do not follow that tyrant, and frankly, I am disappointed in those who did. Even though many of us Hylian soldiers were seduced by the thought of dominating this rock, you will find many that are not loyal to him. Yeah, so a lot of soldiers went with the bad guy. Oh, my boys are always playing games around the village. So many great places to hide. Beware of any Hylian soldiers you come across. His power-hungry plans have rallied many of the Hylian soldiers he brought with him. Yes. Now, of course, there were also the Hylian soldiers that came with us. I say that actually reminding myself that, yeah, not every Hylian soldier is a Necromancer soldier, basically. Did you hear that Ori Village is having a water crisis? I heard Ori Desert has been raging with an intense and sudden sandstorm. I was going to say very useful dialogue, but I know it is, actually. Welcome, be sure to check out this candle here, and note that it is not strong enough to burn anything down, but it is useful for defending yourself. I did change that dialogue. I mean, I guess this isn't necessarily an issue. You might just be, like, sitting on the guy's bed. It doesn't mean you're going in his bed. It does just look kind of jank, though. That candle isn't made... yeah. How is that different than the other string? Also, there was an issue with this. Apparently, I fixed that. I don't remember fixing that, but I'll take it. It doesn't do the thing it used to do, which is good. Not like it did anything bad. It basically would spawn the item, but not on you, so you had to actually, like, pick it up. Don't really catch much here. Bit like crazy down south near Venena Marsh, but since his arrival, we aren't allowed to travel far beyond the borders of whatever village we were in at the time. The Highland Scholar has really been putting us on lockdown. Yes. The other day, I saw an odd circle of dirt. I blew that sucker up with a bomb and found a hidden cave with a bunch of rupees. Keep your eyes peeled. Secrets. Secrets exist in this game. Secrets that need to be bombed. I can't do weird stuff here, right? Okay, good. Really miss my brother. We aren't allowed to leave the village under our Hylian soldiers' orders to keep us safe. Apparently, there are other Hylian soldiers out there that are aiming to take over the island. Suppose I should feel fortunate that we are being looked after. Hey, if you plan to venture out there, do you think you can give my brother the special mushroom? It would mean the world to him to know I got here safe. It is at our grandma's house and in Ori village to the southwest in the desert. I like how that text box covers up them. Probably should change that. Thank you so much for helping me, and be safe on your travels. So, I'm also a big Dark Souls fan, so it is worth noting for anyone that's looking to play this, talk to everyone until they repeat themselves. Basically, if you play Dark Souls, or for you new kids out there, Elden Ring, do the same thing here. Many of the townsfolk here want to leave the village to see family and whatnot. I, along with many of the other non-corrupt soldiers, agree it would be too dangerous. The monsters that roam are bad enough, then you have the great beast that the Necromancy has likely awakened. Ooh, I forgot I changed that. That's a good line. Be careful out there and be wary of other Hylian soldiers. They seem to look identical to us, so have a keen eye. Yeah, so that actually used to change. That changed. He used to say they look different than us, like they had X color of armor, so watch out for them. But then I realized the palette and C-sets make it different. I could have, but they didn't really look all that great. So then I changed it to that just because it works better. I'll go in that house last. The soldiers here won't let anyone leave. But why would anyone leave? This village is great. At least we have water. Wonder how they're doing down at Ori. Yeah, so everyone's talking about Ori village. I might actually change some of the dialogue because they shouldn't all necessarily be talking about Ori village. Because at the time of writing their dialogue, I was actually developing Ori village. So, it was just kind of on my mind, and I made a bunch of hints for it. But now that there's more stuff fleshed out, I do have other things that they could talk about, you know. I fear that the toxins running through the forest will affect Verity. I wonder if the source is related to one of his followers. If that is the case, you better be careful. They are a very powerful and ruthless bunch. Okay. Something valuable in here. That's not the right text for that text box or font. I have rare and useful items you cannot find in any other shop. We even have a one-time quiver upgrade available, assuming you have a quiver. Yeah, I'll be changing a bit of how that's going to work. Well, I kind of cheated my way through, so I'm going to cheat myself some Mooney. You are intended to come out of the tutorial area with essentially what I have now. So, pretty rare to see quiver upgrade. Pretty rare to see quiver upgrade. A quiver upgrade, you should say. Count yourself lucky that I have one. Yes, that's a thing. I must know. Okay, good. Checks out. Checks out good. Okay. I was a Hylian general before the desire to take over overcame everyone. That's awkward. I just couldn't handle the madness. I fear that he would give me a fate worse than death if he found me. Hey, if you're going out into the plains and onward, you should know how to do a proper 360 attack to prevent ambushing. Yeah, I got spin attack. You can also poke objects. Yay. It is worth mentioning that you can check walls and rocks to see how stable they are if you poke them with your sword. So this is actually the first time I don't recall other quests explicitly, like, describing this. I shouldn't say explicitly, because he's not literally saying, like, hold A to check, and if you hear a different sound, then you need to blow it up. You know, it's actually explaining, like, how, essentially how that works, but in not those words, I guess. So yeah, basically once you have a quiver, you come back here. Like I said, I'll probably change that. I had some good recommendations on better ways to handle that, and I'll probably go with that. My brother loves to play hide and seek all the time. Hide and seek all the time. I constantly have to make up excuses to avoid playing it 24/7. I don't actually know why I put this NPC here. He considers himself pretty good at it too, so much so that he tends to give prizes to those who find him. I like prizes. I've been invited for decades. If you have questions, I have answers for a price. Yep. So a hint shop. that is far less jank than you may have seen in the past. The script is incredibly jank. That's why I need to redo a lot of them. Talking to literally everyone will help you tremendously. Information spreads fast. Yeah, so just telling you to talk to everyone. And fun fact, when you pay for it, it obviously decrements your money 10, 20, 30. But the text box doesn't appear until the money stops counting. So I actually have the text box timing, like when it pops up, dependent on the price. Like it's linked to that variable. Yeah. If something seems off, investigate it. So obviously the more expensive ones will take longer, but we're talking frames, so you know. Or I think it's like it's a few frames. So like 30 would have been like, I don't know, maybe 40 seconds. No, it wasn't 40 seconds, 40 frames. You may have a main journey planned for you, kid, but there can be many side stops along the way that can help you in your main journey. So that's literally just hinting at side questing, basically. I don't know. I didn't read this. Something seems off investigated. Meh. And you could take some money back if you don't have quite enough. He doesn't care, apparently. Hold on. Okay, checks out. Cool. Nothing crazy popped up in the debugger. That's good. Ah, no fair. You found me in my best spot. You found me in my best spot. Wait, you found me in my best spot. Wow. I've read over that word "buy" so many times without actually realizing it doesn't make sense. Well, congrats. Here, take this mushroom I found here. It kind of stings. Oh, yeah, what a great reward. Maybe we could play again sometime. Probably not. I can tell you right now, he has no further usefulness in this game. As of this moment. Not everyone needs to be super unique, you know? Ah, there's a lot of people in here. Care after the soldiers that stay here to protect us. It is the least I can do, considering they defected. The soldiers that went with him were fitted with better weapons than what we have. Hopefully they do not attack us. Oh, that is on a higher layer. Good. I did consider his offer to take over the island. Hey, don't judge me. He offered a lot of amazing perks. Yeah, I like the idea of having one soldier that's like, you know, thinking about it from their point of view, they may not have seen it as like a tyrannical takeover. Things are typically not that black and white, you know? So it's just cool to see like the flip side of that, you know, from the perspective of people that were involved with it. I was a part of a battalion of soldiers holding up in that tower just outside of this village until one of his generals came with a small army. They ran right through us. Some had extremely durable shields instead of utilizing a bow. That made it very hard for us to fight back. Not only that, but their general was unlike any other Hylian general. The way he wielded his sword, it was as if he was trained by some very skilled fighters. I do think if someone with a sword could counter him with a good parry, he could be staggered long enough to get a direct hit. Yeah, I said I like Dark Souls. There's parrying from Dark Souls. No, there's not really, but that's actually funny. Whoa, you're a Link, right? The hero who smote Ganon. It is an honor. You must be here to help us take down the Necromancer. With you on our side, I'm sure we will be able to take him down. This book here is from Ori Library, and it talks about a material that is only found on this island. Apparently, there is only one family of smiths that have ever been able to learn its properties enough to mold it into magical objects. It seems these magical objects can be used to have better insight on one's life energy. Wonder if that family is still around. That is a very good point. We have had to tell the townspeople not to go near the face of the village against Kampura Forest. We have assumed that the corruption is a result of one of his followers. We are worried that the toxicity will spread to Verity as well. Oh, you are interested in investigating the forest? Well, I can't say I'm happy with having a kid go in there, but you do seem able-bodied, and this is a major problem for Verity. I suppose if you are sure you want to, I could give you the key to the gate we have at the entrance. Yes. Good luck in there. We would go in ourselves, but then Verity would be completely defenseless. I could give you some advice about what to expect. There appears to be a temple in the forest. Okay, I meant to change the word temple to grotto. That has pools of some flammable liquid that you should probably keep any strong flames away from. Probably should emphasize the word strong in that sentence there. Okay, so I believe I have everything that I can have at this point. It looks like it. I got the heart piece here. So I think I'm good to go. Yeah, I talked to you. So, interestingly, if you had talked to him before getting that Kapua forest key, he would have only said this, and then that would have been it. He would not have let you leave. So I do kind of force the player to have to talk to. You have to talk to people to actually proceed through the game, which is a very good thing to teach early on because it is literally how you're going to progress in this game. You know, you can't just brute force your way and do stuff. You got to talk to people. Whoa, whoa. It is not a good idea to leave the village, kid. There's people shooting at you. Oh, I see you were given the Kapua forest key. I suppose if you are tasked with investigating that place, you are strong enough to handle yourself. You may pass. Yee. Of course, we will not be going straight there. Okay, believe it or not, I'm trying to dodge that. Okay. Now we get to actually explore things. Oh, yeah, those... Okay, so the slow Octoroks still take one hit. Cool. Oh, God. Take 3 hits. I would have liked the heart. This is difficult. There we go. Yeah, currently I have it that you could slash that. I've been told it would probably be a good idea to not allow that. Okay. You're not supposed to do this. I'm gonna try it. Since technically I can kinda... Whoops. Candle hurts, by the way. Oof. Alright. That is actually pretty difficult. You're intended to get a better... Oof. Better lantern before coming in here. So I guess if you're just smart with it... Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Definitely an instance of, like... You're not presented... that it's not presented that you can actually do that. I mean, I guess, like, there's nothing stopping you from actually walking through it. Obviously, you could just walk in and go. But, especially if you're playing on the hardest difficulty, it's hard. Like, it doesn't take much for me to lose health. Yeah, I reduced the amount of enemies on some of these screens. Just because it was, like, the screen size with the amount of enemies did not really fit well. Okay. I am going this way, but I know I can't do anything, but I want to make sure I can't do anything, and something didn't break. Yeah, so that area up there has changed substantially. Yeah. Don't really have anything else to say about that, aside from the fact that it's changed a lot. All right. Well, you're kind of condemned to that crevice, so that's cool. That should probably be fixed.